Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad that you all could be with us. Also, those joining us through our online affiliates around the world, including our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. Glad you all could be with us as well. Well, for our southern audience, you guys know that the new hurricane season is officially beginning on June the 1st. And if 2020 is any indication, we know that it was the second most active ever recorded season when it comes to hurricanes with, I think it was 30 named storms. This year, we may be able to go ahead and look ahead and say maybe we should start preparing now for what may be to come. But how can you do that? How can you know what you should be able to do when it comes to coverage, as well as how you can be able to avoid some of the surprising costs that come with storm damage? We're excited to welcome to our program today Joseph Braunstein. He's joining us from Cat for Home to talk to us not only about the services that they offer, but also how you all can find out not only, of course, what your home needs, but also how you can prepare now for the storm season coming ahead. Joseph, thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Cyrus. Great to be here.
Well, the pleasure is definitely all mine, and I was saying to you before we went on here that here in the South, of course, in Mississippi, we definitely know the damage and devastation that can come with these storms, especially with hurricanes. What has it been like for you, Joseph, through Cat for Home, to not only to help people to become better educated about what's available to them, but also to offer things that are affordable to them as well?
Well, the product, the capability launched about 4 years ago, and we launched it in the state of Florida. We figured if we could proof it and bring value to consumers as well as their agents that represent them, then we knew we had a winning proposition. It has worked effectively for us. We've written a fair amount of business. We have been through 4 or 5 hurricane events here in Florida. We've paid claims. We've had wonderfully satisfied customers. And frankly, we really helped with this product educate consumers on a lot of the hidden costs of hurricanes beyond what they think are traditional. Folks buy insurance. They believe that they are protected and prepared, and they do a lot to protect their home. They board up. They make certain that their families are safe, etc. But one of the things that we think is really critical is that they make certain that they prepare their personal budgets for if there's an oncoming event. The recognition that there are costs, even after insurance protection, that come out of their pocket that they weren't aware of. Most notably, their deductibles inside their policies for big wind events.
Joseph, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because when I was prepping for this segment, I thought about when it comes to when we hear the word deductible, we typically think about our automobiles, right? We don't typically think about the insurance for our homes. Has that also been part of what Cat for Home has realized, is that most people, even though they may have this coverage, they don't know exactly what their out-of-pocket expenses will be because they haven't really thought at all about it?
Lots of studies done on a national level that indicates that most consumers don't know what their wind and hurricane deductibles are in their homeowners' policies. Most often, especially in the South, they can range from 2% to 5% of the value of their structure. So someone who has a $300,000 home could have anywhere from a $6,000 deductible up until a $15,000 deductible. And those dollars and those deductibles are the first dollar costs that the insured has to pay before their insurance kicks in.
Well, I think that is where I think what you're offering through Cat for Home is definitely important. So talk to us about how it works. How does someone know, Joseph, if they qualify for the assistance that Cat for Home has to offer?
Well, it's very easy. They can reach out to their insurance agent. They can get a quote online from us for free within a minute and a half through their agent, or directly to us. In the majority of instances, coverage can be afforded, there are very few limitations. Remember, we're covering the deductible, so the amount of the limit of the policy, what we're providing as coverage, is less than the full limits that they're having to go organize and collect and get provided under their homeowners policy. So we make it very available in the southern states and the southeast coast. Folks would typically give us 6 or 7 key pieces of information about their home: the age, the construction, how old the roof is, geography of where they're located, and we can return a quote back to them within a minute to a minute and a half. So to the extent that their home is insured on their homeowner's policy, typically we'll be able to provide coverage for their deductible with a supplemental cover.
Joseph, one of the questions I wanted to make sure I asked you, as I mentioned, I'm on the radio here in Mississippi. Is it just the Gulf Coast region that you cover?
Great question. We presently are in the states of Mississippi, Alabama, Texas, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia, with plans to continue to expand in all coastal wind-exposed states. And our policy covers hurricane, and in some states it expands to cover named storm or tropical storms as well.
Well, as I mentioned, with the hurricane season officially beginning here in just a little while, June 1st officially, we're already seeing storms all over the place here in the South. I know here in Mississippi, even this weekend, we're preparing for another storm. But I think to be able to know that there is something out there to be able to help us, not only, of course, to get the peace of mind, but also the coverage that we need, and allow us to be able to know ahead of time exactly, of course, what we're looking at when it comes to cost. Again, everyone, we've been joined by Joseph Braunstein today. He's joining us from Cat for Home to talk to us not only about what they're doing to be able to add some extra protection to homeowners when it comes to this storm season, but also to do this at an affordable price. Joseph, where can our audience go for more information?
Certainly, our website, www.cat4home.com, or you can also call us direct at 844-570-5755 and connect with extension 1010, and you'll speak live with one of our senior associates that can help any of your listeners understand the coverage and get an active free quote.
All right. Joseph, thank you so much for taking out this time today. It really means a lot for our audience, and looking forward to having you back on the program again.
Cyrus, thank you for having us. All the best.
It's a pleasure to help you all mine, and we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.